What if every political leader who voted for war had to fight on the front lines themselves? Not visit the troops, not give speeches, but actually fight. Would wars still happen as often? Welcome to Thought Experiment. Imagine a new global rule. If a president, prime minister, king, or parliament votes for war, then they and their own sons and daughters must deploy to the battlefield. No exceptions. No bunkers. No private security teams. Just the same gear, the same rations, and the same risks as everyone else. The rule is simple. If you choose the war, you must fight it. Today, most wars are decided by people far away from the battlefield, in air-conditioned rooms, with satellite maps and strategic briefings. The consequences are numbers on a screen. But if leaders had to charge into gunfire themselves, war would suddenly become very personal. Because war isn't strategy on a whiteboard. War is violent. War is chaos. It is fear. It is the sound of munitions shaking the ground beneath you. And it is the moment you realize the person shooting at you is probably just another human being who also didn't choose to be there. Would this rule dramatically reduce wars? The cost would no longer be abstract when leaders themselves risk death. The calculation changes. A territorial dispute suddenly looks less urgent when you and yours might be the ones stepping on a minefield. History actually hints at this idea. In ancient times, kings often led armies into battle. Alexander the Great fought alongside his soldiers. So did many medieval rulers. But as warfare became more complex, leaders slowly moved further and further away from the front lines. Today, the distance between decision-makers and consequences can be thousands of miles. Would this rule stop war completely? Probably not. Some leaders might still believe their cause is worth the risk. Some might even gain popularity for showing bravery. History tells us something remarkable. Humans are capable of incredible courage, especially when they believe they are fighting for something bigger than themselves. But the threshold for war might become much higher. Every vote would carry a simple question. Am I willing to die for this decision? This thought experiment reveals something bigger about power. The people who make the biggest decisions are often the ones least exposed to the consequences. Not just in war, in economics, in politics, in environmental policy. Distance can make decisions easier, but maybe that distance also makes them more dangerous. So imagine a world where the rule is simple. If you choose the battlefield, you stand on it. Would leaders become more cautious? Would diplomacy suddenly look more appealing? Should the people demand it? Or would humanity discover that conflict is something deeper than politics? Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching.